Hi there, guys. Welcome back. I'm Jake, and you're here for a reaction. And today I'm reacting to House of the Dragon, the official trailer, or is it teaser? Well, there's a reason why I'm saying this is because yesterday when I decided to, oh yeah, this trailer came out. I need to record a reaction to it. I reacted to it, and I was very disappointed with it. It being a teaser as well, but so close. I was like, I didn't give much away. And then it wasn't until I edited it, I was halfway through uploading, that then I realized that it was a teaser from 7 months ago. So apparently, and when I went on, I searched teaser trailer. Again, it said teaser trailer 7 months ago, teaser trailer 3-4 days ago. So, but I didn't see that at the time. So this here, I don't know whether it's actual teaser or if it's an actual trailer, because compared to the first teaser I got 7 months ago, but it was I didn't like it. So hopefully this one's better. So move on to, again, I made a video where I talked about Game of Thrones, but obviously I deleted it. And once I deleted it, I then realized I could have just edited me talking about Game of Thrones out of my reaction and just put it at the start of this video. But I hard deleted it and it's gone now. So I'm having to repeat this again. So as for Game of Thrones, I enjoyed Game of Thrones. I came into it late. Season 5 started when I started watching, and I wasn't really into it at first. I didn't really understand it. Like I love like the sort of vast landscapes of open worlds like games, and I love the worlds that are created in like science fiction and fantasy and all that sort of stuff. So, but this one I found hard because I think I condensed so much viewing time into like one sitting. And well, let's put it this way: first episode, I didn't really realize Jamie and um. Oh, that's annoying. Cersei, there we go. Jamie and Cersei were sisters. I didn't realize that they were their brother and sister. I was like, I had to my mate. I told her, I was like, why did he throw that poor kid out the window? All they were doing was shagging. And then he told me that they're brother and sister, and I was like, oh, mind blown. I don't know. Yeah, so took me all together, and then I had to keep on. And I then realized that it was one of those shows where they don't give a fuck and they do what they want because that's what the books are like. And I've soon realized that. Spoiler alert: if you've gone this far and you're not like, what's going on? Like, spoiler ahead. I'm just gonna dive into it. Um, once it cut off Ned's head, I was like, right, okay, that's this. This is one of those sort of shows. Um, and I found it hard to watch because everyone I liked was dying. Like I know it was the whole premise of the show and the books and stuff like that, but for me to go in blind and everyone that I was enjoying was getting shit on, it was so hard to keep coming back. And I kept on saying I wasn't, and then people kept on convincing me. My partner kept on convincing me, especially well, she convinced me, especially after the Red Wedding, right? We watched Red Wedding not knowing shit. And we had planned on finishing off the rest of the season that night. Red Wedding finished. It was Red Wedding finished. We didn't even talk to each other. Well, apart from me turning to her and saying, after 5 minutes of silence, not talking, I then said, "Do you want to watch the next one?" She said no. I then turned off the PlayStation, the TV. She turned off the light, and then we turned our backs on each other, rolled over, turned our backs on each other. And I know for a fact I didn't sleep, and I know she didn't as well. Definitely didn't. We were just like, what did we just watch? How could they do this? What just happened? And then I definitely had to get convinced after that one, especially after that one. And the main thing for me as well. Listen, Joffrey. Listen, I love a good bastard of a villain. I really do. And that's why I love Ramsay. Ramsay was one of my favorite characters, Ramsay Bolton, because he was a bastard, but he stood for something. He wasn't afraid. He was a scumbag. He knew it and he relished in it. And that's what it is. Joffrey was a weasel, and I fucking hate weasels. I hate them. They just oh god. So the turning point for me was his death. Once that happened, I was like, all right, this show not bad, man. I was in, and then yeah. So then after that, then I was into it. I was proper into it. So much so that I ended up going on a holiday with all my mates, And this was after I watched season 1 to 5 and went on holiday, and I got couldn't remember what iron was on there. King of the North tattooed on me, so I have to be a fan now. As for skipping ahead, yeah. So got that. It was a drunken lads' holiday. So, but I don't regret it. It's funny. Reminds me of that the holiday. But skipping ahead to the end, I know people are a little always sort of have feelings about the final season. Leading up to I think like I said, the first 1 to 4, well, especially 1 to 3, I was like, no. Then for me, it jumped up a notch for me, and I know a lot of people say the early series were better, but for me, when people started actually, some of them dying, but then some of them actually fucking kicking ass, I'm like, yeah, I absolutely love that. So when I got to the final season, I know a lot of people disappointed. I sort of called out early doors that they would do the season focused on just with facing the Night King, and then they'd move on to King's Landing. I knew that's how they were going to do it. I said it. Loads of people were in denial about it, but I knew that's how they did it. There was no way they were going to have both of them. There's too much conflicting, and I sort of called Daenerys becoming a Mad Queen, because there was little bits and pieces that I was like, if it wasn't for her people by her side, she would have done this and that. She's fire and blood. So I sort of I kind of sort of, but I wasn't fully sort of like, I wasn't sort of like, yeah, this is definitely happening. I was like, I could see this. I could see what's happening here. The seeds of, not doubt, but the seeds of fire and blood. So when eventually she did become the Mad Queen, I was like, all right. And I thought some of the stuff in season 8 was fantastic. As for the ending, I thought it was all right. I think that whenever you have something that's so popular, when it ends, you're gonna have people that are gonna, the majority of people are gonna be annoyed at the ending because it's not what they wanted. But then if you ask them what would they want, they don't know what they wanted, so they would never just want it to end. And I've got family who literally slate it, and I go, how would you have had it? And they go, not that. So it's like you're arguing with the wrong people there, because they don't know what they wanted. They just didn't like what they saw, and they wanted them to complain. For me, I thought I've seen series fall flat, like completely flat from their ending as to what they've stood for throughout. And I saw that ending, and I was like, I kind of got what I wanted, but it probably wasn't as fleshed out as I wanted. So if they made the series much longer and made that the final series, would have been happy with that. If they just rather do 8 series, they did the 10 series I think they had planned, would have been much better. But I think that more time to flesh things out would have been a lot better. Again, I think Daenerys' descent into madness could have maybe done a bit more time, but there was enough there for me to be okay with it. I definitely, the whole thing with the Night King, I think that could have done with more time, even though I thought the battle at oh my god, how have I forgotten? Oh, that's wound me up. I'm pausing this till I find out. Hold on. Do you know, I literally, as I went to search, I thought of it, Winterfell. So technically I didn't search. I remembered. So yeah, when the battle of Winterfell came about with the Night King, I think there's parts of it I thought were great. I thought was so good. But again, I think that again it was a bit rushed. It was a bit rushed. I thought so. I took it. I took it with a pinch of salt. I saw some great things. I would have preferred it go on longer. So and I'm talking 9 minutes now about my thoughts on Game of Thrones. But this is I will hopefully be covering House of the Dragon. So I think I should put my feelings out there of Game of Thrones anyway. So as for the ending, I thought that the last season could have done with more time, but I'm not too disappointed. I'm happy with how the Starks have actually done something. Like they've gone on to be, to actually stand for something, and to with how everything started off with the father, and then the with Ned and Rob, and then with everything in between. It's like it's good that it isn't just like you have a Stark at Winterfell, you have a Stark at King's Landing. You have a Stark beyond the wall. You have a Stark that's gone like sailing beyond the maps. Like it's for me. I thought, yeah, I like that aspect of it. But yeah, but I think I've rambled on a bit too much. Overall, I enjoyed the show. Christ, it's been 10 minutes. As for this show, I don't know too much about it. I know that it's supposed to be set, especially from the teaser I learned from yesterday. I know it's supposed to be set a couple of hundred years prior to Game of Thrones. I know that in it is Matt Smith, who I love. I know Paddy Considine is in it. I know Rhys Irfans in it. And there's a few of the people that I recognise, and I don't really know their names, but I know their faces. I know they're in it, and I know it's about either the rise of the Targaryens or their as they reign with dragons, or it's about their slow fall from grace, which would then probably lead into Robert's rebellion. So we'll have to see. I'm going to jump into the trailer, guys. I've bored you enough. I hope I enjoy this. I'll see you on the other side.
What is this brief?
I love their hair.
Life.
I love how like literally it's just Matthew. Yeah, this pure silvery hair.
I, Rickon Stark.
I, Corlys Velaryon. I, Ormond Baratheon.
Promise to be faithful to King Viserys and to his named heir,
Princess Rhaenyra.
Rhaenyra Targaryen.
Men would sooner put the realm to the torch
You know what? I hope
than see a
it's
woman
as
ascend
brutal.
the Iron Throne.
I hope it's as brutal as Game of Thrones.
We play an ugly game. You have the determination to win it.
There's a lot more people, like factions I don't recognise, and that's being silly.
History does not remember blood.
What does it remember?
It remembers names.
Oh yeah, yes it fucking does. Oh yeah, woo! So guys, that was my reaction to House of Dragon. What I wanted to say throughout that, and I kept on going to say it, and I couldn't because then other things were being said. I didn't want to talk too much over it. Was the set looks fantastic. It looks the same, but also different. As in you have that like aspect of King's Landing with the Iron Throne, but it's different. You have all the sort of the halls of where they're having their meals and stuff like that, but some of them are like decorated more or less. They have like the actual some of the clothing they're wearing. Well, a lot of the clothing they're wearing is completely different as well. So I think aesthetically it looks really good. I'm gonna say it now. In the trailer that I watched yesterday, I was complaining about not having shown me dragons because that teaser trailer from 7 months ago had no dragons in it, and I'm certain I said at least 25 times I was like, just show me dragons and I'd be happy. I was like ranting like, show me dragons please, like this, and I got my dragons. So I'm very happy with that. Oh, it looks so good. Oh, so good. That I obviously we saw at some point them pledging allegiance to the House Targaryen. So we saw the what's the word of when you're getting announced as king or queen? I can't remember. Indoctrination? I don't know. Some I can't remember. But yeah, that would have been there. Like obviously, it's from what I could tell, it's right from the start where this is starting off at. Like they've we'll start either with us seeing them taking King's Landing, or it's in the aftermath of King's Landing being taken via dragons. So it'll be interesting to see Matt Smith in it as well. Like he just looks like he should be a Targaryen. He should He has the look of a Targaryen. He has a look of an elf. He could do Targaryen, and then he could be a woodland elf in Lord of the Rings. He could do anything, Matt Smith. And if you're wondering why I've got this obsession with Matt Smith, you can probably see in the background. If I move there he is. No, there he is. Hold on. There he is. Hello, Matthew. Yeah, Matt's great. So aesthetically, it looks really, really pleasing. The dragons look so good. I am interested with where they're going to go with it, because like I said, it's 200 years prior to this. Obviously Robert's Rebellion happens much further down the line. I don't think we'll get to that unless there's massive like changes in the like sort of like time period, or they'll cover it in, because I heard rumors that they're going to be doing Robert's Rebellion anyway at some point, but they've gone with this one I think first. Yeah, but overall, yeah, I'm very interested to see with the direction they're going. It looks like they are. Yeah, sorry. As I was saying during it, I hope it's just as brutal, because it's HBO, isn't it? So they could do what the fuck they want. So I hope that rather than think let's bring in maybe a little bit of a younger audience, let's lower a little bit, and they keep to the roots of what Game of Thrones was good, which was it was gory, it was brutal, it was horrid at points, hard to watch, things that made you uncomfortable, but ultimately it contributed to the story and how you felt. And how you felt during it, and how you then feel afterwards. So, I hope they stick to that sort of vision that they have, rather than try and lower their vision to get in a wider audience. But I doubt they will. But you never know. So overall, I think that looks very good. I will definitely be watching it. I will see. I'll see. I go. Listen, I'm a novice to this at the moment, doing all this YouTube and stuff. So I was thinking to myself, what am I going to do with the editing when it comes to the nudity? Because if it's just like Game of Thrones, there's going to be willies everywhere and boobies. You know, I don't know why I said willy and boobies. I just sound childish. I can't, because then anything after that just sounds like purposely just being crude. So let's go for breasts and penises. There we go. They have a lot of those, and I don't know how I'm going to edit around that. Like, I'll have to actually look into how to do blurred parts of the screen and stuff like that. So it's gonna be a fun time to me. Stressful but fun. But overall, I will probably more than likely do recordings for this, and hopefully it's good. So guys, I'm going to leave it there because I've rambled on, especially at the start. Jesus Christ, if you're still here, well done you. If you like this video, comment down below what you're looking forward to. How good does Matt Smith look? Let's just talk about Matt Smith underneath if we can. But yeah, how good does that look? The dragons, more dragons, always dragons. That's what I should get tattooed next to me. Always dragons. But yeah, let me know what you think. If you like these types of videos, please subscribe. Have a look at my channel. There's a notification bell somewhere. I still don't know where that is. Ring it, click it, wherever it is. It'll let you know when I've uploaded videos. And have a look around as well. There's other videos I do with other reactions with me and other people and stuff like that. So have a look around, and I will see you out there, and I'll see you in the next one.